Got Sports Talk Monday. Paul George to the 76ers. It's been crazy. We've been reacting to all the news. Make sure to check it out.
Even a Kuminga or
Paul George.
a combination of some sort, right? You know, depending on what iteration of a
Yo,
trade
he's breaking the
you're looking
internet
at.
3:30 at night.
The Clippers were insistent, from what I've been hearing, they were insistent on picks as
Undisputed
well.
number today,
So you
Don
let
Spurs
Paul
can't watch
George
too much of it. It's gonna
walk
be
out
short
for
video,
nothing. You got it. Shannon brought this up. You traded
Damn,
for
Clippers got
Paul George.
nothing.
You traded away Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, my league MVP this past season.
Oh.
Danilo Gallinari. 5 first-round picks with the ability to swap 2 additional first-round picks. And these years later, with 1 conference finals appearance and nothing else to show for it, in all the years that he's been in Los Angeles, you let this man walk out the door for nothing? This is one of those days where we got to ask this question about Lawrence Frank. What the hell were you doing?
Damn.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Wendy.
So obviously, I would say you can say definitively the Paul George, Kawhi Leonard experiment, marriage, what you want to say, was a failure. Absolute failure. And the Clippers will still be paying for it. They still owe the Thunder like 2 pieces, draft pieces. And by the way, you talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Their second best player, arguably, Jalen Williams, their wing.
Jalen Williams.
He was drafted with the Clippers draft pick. So, and by the way, Woj has just reported that the Thunder are signing Isaiah Hartenstein away from the New York Knicks. 3 years, $87 million. The Thunder are making major moves here, but let's focus on the Clippers. So, this gets into the bit of the weeds on what's happening in the NBA right now, but all you need to know is the new rules that are taking place now were basically written.
Stephen A., they let Paul George walk away for nothing. You know who else this happened to? The OKC Thunder. You remember when Kevin Durant walked out of the door and they got no draft compensation? At least LeBron James did a sign and trade, and Cleveland was able to get capital.
Yeah, they got nothing.
When you let one of these big-time superstars, when you let them walk and you get nothing for them, considering what you gave up, even if the
Los Angeles Clippers, listen, I'm not trying to throw shade on Lawrence Frank or whatever, but the truth is the truth, and Perk just articulated it. We've seen an abundance of changes within the Los Angeles Lakers. The only change we've seen when it comes to Lawrence Frank is elevation from being an assistant coach to somehow being the president of basketball operations, basically.
And we know how that happened.
And what the hell is going on since then? They haven't done anything. And so you're on the phone with the Golden State Warriors, and he's not just demanding players, he's demanding picks. You understand? He's demanding picks on top of the players. For a guy in Paul George that we know is a stud and what have you, but his age is his age, and on top of it all, you're in quite of a pinch, and you're going to put yourself in a position where you end up getting absolutely nothing, knowing that the Philadelphia 76ers are lurking. I mean, my God, you
on the Clippers. Now, these rules were imposed over a year ago, and they could have taken some other action. And you can say, why did they negotiate with Kawhi Leonard and not have Paul George sitting next to him? Because that started this rift. Kirk is right. I think the Harden trade complicated but they did this deal with Kawhi Leonard without having Paul George sitting beside him, which is not how they did their last 2 contracts. That's all fair. But the reason the Clippers made this move